Welcome to episode 13 of the Ear Swap Podcast, a podcast where we swap ears for a week.
Yes.
This week, we're doing a Christmas special, as you can tell by the beautiful Mouse King in the middle there.
Cracker.
And Chayne would like to show you some new merch we finally got in. It's the Ear Swap shirt.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Ear Swap shirt. So you can order this beautiful, beautiful shirt design for the low price of $20 on earSwapPod.bandcamp.com/merch, or just go to that and then click the merch button.
Yeah,
you know,
it's pretty easy.
It's pretty simple, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm stoked with how these turned out.
Yeah.
I think they're nice.
Yeah, thank you to Phil over at Straight Printing here in Wichita.
Yes.
He's homie and got me the shirts very quickly, and he's a local dude, and he's been a good homie to me for many years. So
Very nice.
Yeah, so we got those. We'll have some new stuff come 2023, and we also have stickers, as you can see on the Mouse King's feet. There is a little
it's in his
sticker
hand
there.
now. I moved
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you moved it in the hand.
Yes.
See how much
I
pay
couldn't get
attention.
it to sit on the feet.
But-
right. So
We got it. Those are like $1 online. If you buy a shirt, you get one for free, though. So you should just spend the extra $19 and get a free sticker.
yes,
You know.
totally worth it.
And if you're local, just hit us up on Instagram, and we'll personally deliver it.
Very much.
Yeah. So Christmas special part 1. This is a two-parter.
Two-parter, probably one of our shorter episodes too, because
Yep.
we're only doing one album and episode. So
Yep. So we are going to do Songs for Christmas by Sufjan Stevens.
Sufjan Stevens.
So this was the one Chayne recommended for
Yes.
us. Little side note, I was the Mouse King in the Nutcracker in the 4th grade.
You were doing the Nutcracker in 4th grade.
Yeah, and I was the Mouse
Weird.
King. They killed me and they had to drag me and off
That's
stage
pretty
and stuff.
sweet.
My brother was also the Mouse King. So I was really glad you brought this.
It's a shrub shawl tradition. Yeah. Tom Murillo.
Oh, not the guitar player. A
not
little bit
Morello.
different pronunciation. The Rage Against the Machine guitar player.
Just a dude we know. Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. He gave me that.
But yeah, and another side note, Chayne is not as much of a fan of Christmas music.
I don't really love it. No.
I love Christmas music a lot.
It's fine. I just don't seek it out because it's like, I feel like you get bombarded with it every
When you
year.
kind of just hear it
Yeah.
everywhere when it's going on. I actively choose to listen to it and get in my car and put on Christmas music.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, this is a 2-hour-long Christmas album in its entirety, but you said
It's
it was
technically
released.
5 EPs.
Yeah, it was released
So-
as EPs.
Did you know that? Okay, so this is volume 1 through 5. There's a volume 6 through 10 as well.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's so much Christmas music.
it's so much. Yeah, it's a lot. So
Um,
it was released between 2001 and 2006.
Oh, that's a while. So like every
Yeah.
year kind of did like a,
Mhm.
every December. That's a smart way to do that. I like that actually. And so how did you hear of this album? I know you like Sufjan Stevens, and we haven't done an episode on Sufjan Stevens. So this is my first experience with that artist.
So I knew him from his other work.
Yeah.
I remember in my friend Casey Brown's backyard, we were hanging out and learning how to throw knives.
As you do in
Yeah,
Garden City.
As you do in Garden City. And I remember he was talking about Sufjan Stevens. I had heard the name, and I thought it was like, you know, you hear a name of an artist, and you just immediately go to like shitty singer-songwriter music.
That's
And
what yeah.
That's what I thought it was for so long.
Oh.
And then he was like, no, he's got a song about John Wayne Gacy. And I like looked it up, and I was like, okay, I like this guy now.
Yeah.
So that's my introduction to Sufjan Stevens.
Yeah, and mine has a little bit less knife throwing and a little bit less John Wayne Gacy.
Okay.
And it's just you recommended a Christmas album to me, so
Yes.
So listening to it, it's very fascinating how this is all put together. As like one big thing, it's a lot. It's like sensory overload.
Definitely.
I would have definitely
For analysis, it's a lot.
for analysis,
Yeah.
it's a lot. Yeah, because each one, like there's some like instrumentals that are like 47 seconds, and there's some like real short stuff, and there's a couple different versions. There's 2 versions of O Come
think there are 3.
Emmanuel. Is it 3?
I think so.
Yeah, because I felt like I was just hearing that song all the time. Yeah, there's 1,
Yeah, there's
2,
3 of
3.
them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so and
But they're
good.
all different, and they're all short. Or
Yeah.
not the first one. The first one's 4 minutes.
Yeah,
But that's one of my favorite things about this record is you get like less than a minute of like a Silent Night
Yeah.
or like Holy Holy Holy, and that's all you really need. We all know those songs. Like, just give us a little snip, and it's like, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really... The thing I find common, and this also goes for the Norah Jones album, is they always mix in covers with some originals. And there hasn't been a lot of, like, I feel like all the Christmas songs we associate with Christmas are all older. You don't have a lot of, like, new Christmas songs that are, like, super popular. It seems like, anyways, besides, like, maybe Casey Musgraves. But I think that might have been all covers. But I'm not sure.
I have no clue. You're asking the wrong person.
I'd have to ask. Oh, Mariah Carey. That's it.
That's old now, though.
That came out in like the 90s, I think.
I don't
We're asking
know.
our audience. Hold on, let me look it up.
I already got it. Don't worry.
What year did it come out?
That came out in 1994.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know. That's like that's old.
We're so old.
Yeah. But I do like how it was mixed with, like, Silent Night, and then, like, it also had Amazing Grace, which was actually really good. I liked it. Good versions. I think the versions he did of these songs, like you said, it was a good sort of showcase of what you kind of needed out of it. But I will say, listening to all of this at once, and I love Christmas music, was a fucking lot for me.
It's a lot. I don't think I listened to it all at once. I had to break it up throughout a day because I just didn't have time. 2 hours straight to listen to music.
I've kind of put it on multiple times and just kind of kept listening in cycles. And there were a few tracks that stood out to me, and they were original tracks.
Yes,
actually, the two that I really liked are on the 5th EP, and it's Jupiter Winter and Sister Winter.
Those are great songs.
Really liked those, and then those are original songs by him, and they're really, really good. And they caught my ear a lot more.
It's cool because you kind of get to see the stylistic change that he goes through at this time. Because even the song titles, like, they're pretty goofy early on. Like, my favorite title on this is "What Child Is This Anyway?" Which is, not an original song, but he just put a little spin on it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good version. That's one of the longest ones on the whole thing. But
he also did there was another one. What the fuck was it?
Was it? Oh, that was funny. The Elf one. Or Did I Make You Cry on Christmas Day? You deserved it.
You deserved it. It was that one.
That's a good one too.
I was like, that's a good name for that one. But it was a lot to take in. It was kind of hard to
it's a lot.
Intently, like, analyze everything on this one because it is multiple things.
I almost wish it was, like, split up a little more.
We
like
could have honestly halved and halved it.
This was the only Christmas album I could think of.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few others, but, like, this is the only one that I actually like, I guess, in a legitimate sense. And, in fact, I talked about this album to a few people the past 2 weeks, and I've had multiple people be like, "Oh, that's the only Christmas album I like."
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So this is a Christmas album for people that don't like Christmas music.
So it's recommended for that. My other thing is, why do you think people dislike Christmas music?
It's just overdone. I think it's just overplayed, and you hear the same 5 songs over and over and over in just different versions.
I can see that.
That's why I don't love it.
That's why you don't like it.
It's just like, oh, I get to hear freaking "Oh Holy Night" again.
I don't like that song very much, but
that's just what was on my screen when I.
Yeah. But I love Christmas music. I'm also a nostalgia whore a bit. Like, I love that shit. Like, every year, I'm November 1st Christmas music kind of guy. As many people who know me know.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I love it. It's nostalgic. My mom's always loved it, so it was always the thing that, like, she played, and I grew to like it and not hate it. And there are songs I don't like. Dominic the Donkey's the worst. I don't know who the fuck.
Oh, I forgot about that song. I do remember that.
That was a bad one.
I liked it as a child, which is for children.
Yeah, it's stupid. I never liked that one. I do get, like, kind of breath of fresh air January 1st or December 26th. And I'm like, I don't have to listen to Christmas music anymore. That's kind of nice.
Just with the ones that we're listening to, I'm kind of already over Christmas music for the year. And it's we're recording this on December 7th. Sorry to break the magic of podcasting there. But.
Yeah, but it for me, like I'm a guy that loves Christmas music, and I've listened to this and the other record, and I am fucking. It's a lot of Christmas coming at me right now.
It is.
But this is like 2 records, and then you have the Norah Jones album, which is actually it's like an hour or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's a full
album,
full
ass record. And it's a lot of Christmas, and again, I love it. This one, there were, like I said, a couple songs that I think like really stuck out to me, but otherwise they were just kind of like, he does Jingle Bells. It's 36 seconds. You're like, cool. Yeah. We've heard Jingle Bells before.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Okay, so the beginning, like half of this album, I'd say, reminds me, like, obviously not in quality, but in style and feel of like a children's Christmas program.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of sweet and fun, and like, it goes, and then it gets a little more like, sitting around with your family by the fireplace.
Yeah.
After a nice meal.
Which is the Christmas music I like.
Yeah.
I like the like pretty chill stuff.
Yeah. And compared to the Norah Jones album, which you guys will hear about next week, this one was much more of a like hymn base for a lot of the songs. Obviously, you have Amazing Grace, O Come, O Come, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, but
I liked his original ones a lot more than the covers, though.
Really?
I thought they were really good. I mean, the covers are good, but everybody does Christmas covers.
That's true.
I really fucking love when people write new Christmas songs because it's modern, and that's why I like Jupiter Winter and Sister Winter, those two together, and they're long songs, longer for this record, and it's on the 5th EP, and that's 2006. So again, like Evolution, which he came out with in June of 2000. Oh, recorded June of 2006, but like he really did a good job on those two because they were like original and they sounded really authentic. Those were the two that stuck out to me, and they were back to back. I was like, whoa, these are both like really fucking cool. So I thought that was a rad one. How'd it do on the charts?
Do you remember the song from 2008 called His Favorite Christmas Story by Capital Lights?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's the most recent song that got really popular for like 1 year.
I don't remember.
Like, it was on the radio a lot, and
what was it called?
Probably on like mostly Christian music, but it's called His Favorite Christmas Story by Capital Lights.
Capital Lights.
It's a nice little song. It's cute.
It's
kind of sad. Yeah, you're gonna play it for us in our ears. Sorry, you guys can't hear that.
We're working on that.
We're working on it.
This is fucking horrible.
No, it's the lyrics that are sweet, not the music.
I don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect you to like it, but it's just, I'm saying it's the, it tells the story of a guy that in 1937, he met a girl at a dance, and she was great, but they didn't get each other's names by the end of the night. But he remembers Christmas Eve, always reminds him of her.
Okay, that's
And
sweet.
he goes and has his whole life, and he tells people this Christmas story. He never has a family, but he's known for telling this story.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like lying on his deathbed, and the lady's just like, hey, can you tell me about your favorite Christmas? And he tells the story, and then she's the nurse. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really cute. Yeah.
It's like one of those, I'll link this. It's one of those lyric videos that you see on YouTube. And it's like, they did snow background, though. It's not just like the Windows Movie Maker blue
for
with
sure.
the white text. But yeah, interesting. I've never heard that one. That's a cute story.
It was
I'll
on
give it a pass.
a Christmas album thing that had like had like 1,000 Foot Crutch on it. The Almost, Anberlin. Yeah. Yep. August Burns Red. That's where, August Burns Red had their Carol of the Bells on that same thing that came out.
I thought you were going to recommend August Burns Red or like a metal Christmas album to me, honestly.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's fine. I also think they have better stuff that I'd rather have you listen to later.
Yeah.
Not that Sufjan doesn't, but this one just feels more like Christmas to me.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how I feel about like metal Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of fun, and if you're
it's
having fun, then
fun, but that's
not like
all there really is to
something
it.
that's nostalgic to me. I've always wanted to make a Christmas album, and I'm really thinking about doing it next year.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, but I want to
start
write
right now.
Yeah, you have to record them. And I remember talking to Billy Gibbons about that, and he was talking about how he was doing a Christmas song in June because you have to like do them super early to get them out by December and get them done. And
you're just talking to Billy Gibbons all the time, huh?
Yeah, my buddy Billy.
The one time you met Billy Gibbons.
Yeah, the one time I met Billy Gibbons, we talked about that.
That's wild.
Very nice guy. ZZ Top shout out. But yeah, I thought it was good. It's all over the place. I'd have to listen to it many times.
I think it's a better like hanging out with the family, put some music on in the background, put it on, you're good for 2 hours.
Yeah,
like, that's what is perfect for it.
It does seem to fit that sort of thing. And I had that fucking thought listening to it because I was like, this is one of those you could put on and it just be in the background. And I always wonder how that affects a musician's ego to be like, yeah, I'll just put your music on in the background. That'll be okay. I always think that's kind of like, whoa, you're supposed to be like listening. But when you do this much
I think it works both ways, though. There's some songs that were just really cool on this, I thought. But some of the original ones and just Put the Lights on the Tree was pretty good.
Do you have a top 3 on this?
I like the Amazing Grace cover that he has. I can't remember which one's Jupiter and which one's Sister because they're right next to each other in this album so long, but I liked one of those probably more than the other, but I still like both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of them are about and like you said, a lot of them are like short. So. Come On, Let's Boogie to the Elf Dance was fun. I liked that one. And The Friendly Beast was pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know who was singing with him on that, but she had a very nice voice.
I liked Did I Make You Cry on Christmas? Well, you deserved it because I think that's taking the piss out of it because that's really good. And then Jupiter Winter and Sister Winter, like I said, those are my top 3. Those are the ones that stuck out.
Yeah. What Child Is This Anyway is up there too. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I liked Volume 4 and 5 where, progressing as an artist, I mean, over fucking 5 years, you're going to have a lot of changes in there, and I like where it was heading, I didn't know there was a 7 through 10.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So this came out when he was still doing his, 50 States project, which was just 2 albums. Supposedly he was going to... I don't think he even said he was going to do that, but he was going to do an album for each state, and he did Illinois and Michigan. But I think he just made those 2 and was like, maybe I'll come back and do a few others. But I don't think he ever planned on making 50 albums.
That would be nuts.
Yeah.
I could never.
But those are his 2 biggest, most well-known albums, too.
So, when it comes to the Sufjan Stevens, I'm sure we'll come back to both these artists on regular ones. I would really like to.
Yeah, I think so. That's another... I didn't want to introduce you to artists through their Christmas albums because I think that's stupid. But... I do legitimately like this record.
Yeah.
It's maybe too long because it's not a record. It's 5 EPs duct taped together. And
they're all put together if you listen to them on streaming, at least on Spotify anyways.
So if you get on Spotify and desktop, it tells you which disc is which.
Yeah.
But on the phone,
it doesn't, yeah. So it's a good, if you're waking up in the morning and you're doing the Christmas thing or you're hanging out with homies, throw this record on. It's diverse, good background stuff, but there's also some good catchy little bits in there that you're like, oh,
there's a little bit of something for everybody in the family. You got stuff that'll make the kids have a good time.
Yeah. For the children.
You got the classics.
How many songs in total is this? What was that? 16,
a lot.
24, 31, and then 42.
That's a lot.
42 songs in total out of 5 EPs. So... smart way to do it, though. Release a Christmas album every year.
Yes. And then, the next ones were released between 2006 and 2010. So he was doing this for almost 10 years each year, putting out an EP.
EP would be the way to do it if you're doing it like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Homie must love Christmas.
Yeah.
I gotta love Christmas to do it.
Yeah, if you go on his, on the Spotify, you click on his name, top albums, there's some... the newest thing he released was some soundtrack thing. I don't know. But it's Carrie and Lowell from 2015, which I think is probably his best record. Songs for Christmas is right after that, and then Illinois. So
interesting.
Yeah, of the popular one. Most popular. Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm excited to listen to his other stuff. It's honestly got me more curious about what he's like as just a general artist and not.
What did you think of his style and like his like just this? Because you get a good taste of like his song structure and stuff in this in some of the songs.
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't ever feel like I don't like this. You know, I was like, yeah, I get down. Good voice.
It's probably toned down a little bit in this one, but in his like recordings, like his original stuff, it's like. I don't know. He has a very distinct like styles and like things that he does in his songs and like how they transition to different parts and things. So,
yeah. So I quite liked it. I'm excited to hear the record you recommend me whenever that is.
Yeah, that'll come up sometime.
Yeah, we'll do
sometime soon. What is your favorite Sufjan record?
Yeah.
Do you like him? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Send us an email.
You
can come to Wakinyan's house and tell him.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me in person. I'll probably be pooping. And when you knock on the door, it's usually the protocol every time.
Usually there's a wait at his front door. But
yeah. Hey, so what would you recommend, or what would you rank this out of Mouse Kings?
Out of Mouse Kings? How many Mouse Kings are we talking?
Let's do 25 for all the days of Christmas.
Hell? Oh, okay.
Actually, let's not do 25. I don't want to edit 25 Mouse Kings in here.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, like I said, I'm not like a Christmas music connoisseur.
Right.
So even with the one I recommended, it's like I'd rather listen to everything else he's got.
Right.
More. But you know, how many did we say? What's my number?
I said 25.
We're not doing 25 out of 5.
Let's do 5.
I'm gonna give it 4.
Hey, that's good for a guy that doesn't listen to Christmas music.
Yeah. What would you give it?
I'd also give it a 4. I'd give it a 4, mainly because it's a lot, and I want to spend more time with it. I'd like to. I feel like I didn't get enough time with it because it was a lot of fucking material to go through.
Yep.
So, but there were songs that stuck out to me. As a Christmas guy, I thought it was great. I do love the classics, but I always like when an artist does an original take on Christmas music.
For
anyways,
sure.
you know. So let us know. Do you have a favorite Christmas song? Do you like Christmas music? And do you have an ear swap shirt yet? If you don't, you should.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's Christmas season.
Who do you think you are?
Well, you can buy some merch directly from us. And we'll ship it to you. We'll hand deliver it. And we appreciate you all greatly. So we'll see you next week on the part 2 of the Christmas special, which is going to be Norah Jones.
Norah Jones.
I Dream of Christmas.
I Dream of Christmas from 2021.
Yep. So we will see you next week, and you all have a continually Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Goodbye. Dancing with myself.
Sufjan Stevens.
Soups on Even Stevens. On beans. All right. Produced by Caitlin Sturgeon.
I feel like I haven't even said it out loud.
Do it right now. First time on
Caitlin
camera.
Sturgeon. That's you.
Red and green.
Red and green. Yeah, I kept the shirt on.
Thank you.
Just for you.
Hey, thank you for watching that full episode. If you liked it, we also have ear swap clips, and we also have some ear swap merch. You can see me wearing it. You can get it at earswappod.bandcamp.com. So be sure to check that out. There is a link in the description.
You can look just like this guy.